Hello students, I am here with another video from the chapter Respiration in Organisms of class 7th NCERT book. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have discussed in the class. So we discussed about the word respiration. Then we discussed about the types of respiration which is present in the different types of organisms. Then I told you that there are two main types of respiration, that is the aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration, where I told that aerobic respiration means it is the way it is a process of respiration, or it is the respiration type where the oxygen is necessary for the breakdown of food for the release of energy. So that is why it is known as aerobic respirations. And the animals which is going to which are carrying on this aerobic respiration, they are known as aerobes. And then we talked about the next type of respiration, that is anaerobic respiration. And that anaerobic respiration is the means of this respiration is that the process, the respiration in which the organism is not requiring oxygen for the breakdown of food for the release of energy, such as the yeast cells and some bacteria are there. Even the muscle cells also carries on this kind of anaerobic respiration. There are many differences between these aerobic and anaerobic respiration, which also we discussed in the last class. And lastly, I told you about the explanation of the respiratory system of various organisms, which included the explanation of the respiratory system of amoeba, then earthworm, and then I also told you about the gill respiration. And lastly, we discussed about the human respiratory system. Means the photograph which you could see here is about the human respiratory system, which tells us that the respiratory organs of the human beings consists of the lungs, and these lungs are the main organs of respiration. So this is the picture which is going to show you about the process, the parts of the respiratory system of the human beings. And then we discussed about the mechanism of respiration in the human beings, that is when the air is going to pass from the nostrils, then it comes down to the pharynx, then it goes down to trachea, it is divided into tracheoles, and then it is going to, lastly it is going into the lungs, and in the lungs it is full of alveoli, and these alveoli are the main place of these alveoli are the main site of respiration. Okay, so the main site of respiration is the alveoli. Now here one more thing is that which is shown by in this diagram is that the two main steps of breathing, the two main steps which is because of which the respiration is taking place, means the two main steps are inhalation and exhalation. So I discussed much details about these things in the last class, and now today I am going to discuss about the next topic, that is the respiration in plants, and together with we will discuss some activities which is related with the respiration of the human beings and other animals. So today we will start with the activities based upon respiration, which is given in your NCERT book. So we go on to the first slide, which tells us about that it is the process, means there are certain activities. So this one is the first activity which we will see, that what do we breathe out. So this activity is given in your NCERT book as activity number 10.6. so we'll discuss this, what we are breathing out. We know that we are breathing in oxygen, and we are breathing out again we are breathing out some air, means we are taking in air and we are breathing out some air. Now the air which we breathe in is oxygen, and the air which we breathe out is carbon dioxide. Now how will you prove that you are breathing out the gas which is the carbon dioxide? Now this carbon dioxide is going to be tested by this activity which is being shown here in this slide. That what you have to do in this activity is that means what all things you are required, you could see here, and how we are going to perform this experiment. So take a slender clean tube of glass with plastic or a plastic bottle, make a hole in its lid and fix on its bottle. Means you need to make a hole in this test tube. Means you are keeping one lid over it, means one cardboard could be kept over this test tube, and you could make a hole inside this, so that the straw could be placed inside this test tube very easily. Now you need to put some freshly prepared lime water. Now what is this lime water? I must first explain this. So this lime water means that it is freshly prepared some chemical. Now this chemical is the main concept, means this activity is based upon the activity of this chemical, which is known as the lime water. Now this lime water is the same water, means it is the same product which is used for whitewashing in our homes, means which you get in the shops as the whitewashing material. So it is one of the product of this whitewashing. Okay, so this lime water should be freshly prepared. It is freshly prepared, means it is obtained in the form of powder, and you are going to add some water in it so that it becomes lime water, and the lime water looks like the transparent water. Okay, if you will see in the laboratories what kind of lime water, means how is this lime water is looking like, we could see that this lime water is a clear transparent liquid. But what happens, why we are using this lime water in this experiment? We are using this lime water in the experiment to prove that whether the given out gas, means the exhaled gas, is carbon dioxide. Now what is the use of this lime water in the experiment of proving this, that it is the carbon dioxide gas? Okay, so for that what we'll do, we have taken a test tube in which we poured some drops of lime water, and you will just keep the lid over it, or you could just put the straw in the mouth of this, from the mouth of this test tube inside this lime water. Okay, so one end should be placed inside this lime water, and one end should be one end should be in your mouth. Now what you have to do, you need to blow gently through this straw for a few minutes. Okay, for some time, not few minutes, it is only for few seconds, and observe what happens. We will see that there is a change in the color of this transparent lime water. Okay, now what is this change about? So this change in the color of this lime water is that we can see that see, it is written here also that it could appearance of the change in the color we can see. Can you explain this change on the basis of what we learned in chapter number 6? Okay, now you are aware of that air we inhale and exhale is a mixture of gases. Now what do we exhale? Do we exhale only carbon dioxide, or it is a mixture of gases along with it? So you must observe that if you exhale on a mirror, then what happens? If you exhale on a mirror, then what happens? So as soon as you are inhaling on or you are exhaling on the mirror, then you will see that some moisture droplets are coming out from your nose, and then it is going to turn that mirror into a hazy mirror, means it is going to be deposited over the mirror, and the shine of the mirror is dull for some time, and then you could clean it, wipe it off with a cloth, and you could see that it is again being shiny surface. Okay, so we could see that air which we breathe out is also a mixture of gases. It is not only the carbon dioxide which is present, there are certain other gases which are present in that particular exhaled air. Now I will come back to the concept that we have taken lime water, and now after this reaction what you can see is that the effect of this exhaled air on lime water. Okay, so what is the effect of the exhaled air in this lime water? The effect of this exhaled air in this lime water is that the clear lime water, the lime water initially was a clear transparent liquid, I told you. Okay, now it has turned into milky color. Okay, now why this milky color is appearing here as you are blowing the carbon dioxide in this test tube? So this lime water is going to react with the carbon dioxide which you are exhaling through your mouth, and it is going to be dissolved in this lime water. Okay, so this lime water is going to form this milky substance, and it is going to turn in the milky solution, means white color solution will be formed as soon as the carbon dioxide is dissolved in the lime water. Fine. So this experiment proves that the turning of the lime water into milky substance is going to tell you about, or this is going to confirm the test of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is the test for carbon dioxide, that the lime water will turn, lime water is going to turn milky. Okay, so please remember this. This is going to help you a lot in the other classes also, in the higher classes also, when you will study about various chemical changes or reactions, or anywhere if you are asked of. So if we know that what is the test for this carbon dioxide, so you could simply say that it is going to turn lime water milky. That is the confirmation test that the gas which is being exhaled, or the gas which is being reacting with this lime water, is the carbon dioxide. So this is the test about carbon dioxide, where you are breathing out carbon dioxide, you are exhaling carbon dioxide, which is going to react with this clear lime water to turn it a milky solution. Fine. So we breathe out carbon dioxide. That is proved by this activity. Okay, now I hope this activity is clear to everybody. Now next activity which we will discuss is another one, which is again taken from your NCERT book. So next activity is this. So as you could see here in the diagram, that this activity is going to tell you about the working of the lungs. Okay, how do our lungs going to absorb air, and it is going to expand and contract with the presence of the air and exhalation of the air. Okay, so what happens during inhalation and exhalation, I just wanted to show you with this activity. So what you could do here in this activity is that I must first tell you how is this apparatus made up of. So you'll take one bottle, you could take one plastic water bottle, and you could cut it into half part, and just drill a hole in the mouth of this, in the lid, not in the mouth, just make a small hole in the lid of this water bottle. Okay, you could take the disposable water bottles which are being present in the form of waste in your home. So you could just cut it into half piece, and please remember that you don't need to use a sharp knife for cutting this in alone. Okay, so you could take the help of your elder ones in your home, or wherever you are performing this experiment if you want. So you could take the help of someone elder one, so that it is not going to harm your it is not going to cut your finger. Okay, so just remember to take help of somebody. So what happens, what we need to do is that you need to take a water bottle, empty water bottle, then you just make a hole in the lid of this water bottle, and so that one straw could go inside. Now you will add one or two straw together, just add one straw together, and just at the ends of the straws just add one more straw in it. Okay, so you have to make the branching like this. Okay, so you take two straws, one straw is this one and another straw is in the next way. Okay, so and you will attach it is with the help of some shallow tape, or you could use some another adhesive tapes which could just prove it as a you could make it as a leak proof. Okay, if you are blowing air from this, and it should not leak out somewhere, so it should be leak free. Fine, leak proof. Next, what you will do is you will take a rubber sheet, or you could take balloons, two balloons here to add up here. Take two small balloons which is not being inflated, means they are just like the simple balloons which you take up, which is used for the decoration ones. So you could take and just attach it tightly with each of these two straws. Okay, just use good quality of tape so that you could stick this balloon tightly on the ends of this straws. Okay, next what you will do is you will just fix a long piece of this means cut the balloon into two parts. Okay, now the part from where you blow the air, just hold it like this, and you just at the end of this water bottle, you fix the half part of the balloon which you have cut it. Okay, now next thing is that you just tie the end of this balloon. Okay, tie the end of this part of the balloon so that no air could move inside or outside. So what you are going to do is, now working of this model is going to be shown. Now what is this representing? This represents your respiratory system. Okay, this represents your respiratory system. Now what kind of respiratory system do we have? I think you all might be remembering this. So after remembrance, you could see that our respiratory system consists of a long tube-like structure which is known as trachea. So this trachea is divided into two parts called the tracheoles, and then these tracheoles are attached with the lungs. Okay, so these two small balloons are going to represent the form of your lungs. Okay, so this balloon which is not inflated, which is in the form of the contracted one, so this is going to show the balloon, this is going to show you the structure of lungs. Okay, now what happens? Now what you will do, and this small rubber balloon which is added at the last part of this bottle, open ended of this bottle, is going to represent the diaphragm. Okay, so this is going to work as a diaphragm. Now how are you going to show the expansion and contraction of your lungs? It's very easy. That as you could see here in this diagram, this diaphragm has to be pushed downwards. Okay, just take this out downwards. Now what you will see that your the inhalation is happening. The air from outside is entering from this tube, and it is going to be filled in the small balloons, and these balloons are going to expand. Okay, next thing you will just push in the once you need to do exhalation, what you are going to do, you will just push in this balloon part, and then you will see that again the inhaled air which was present here, because of the pressure, it is going out. Okay, so this air is moving outside from this straw which is depicting the, it is telling you that it is trachea. It works as trachea. Okay, so what happens through trachea? This oxygen, this carbon dioxide is released outside. Now the same thing is written here. To understand this activity, the expansion of lungs, pull this rubber sheet. You could use balloon also, as I told you. Rubber sheet from the base and downwards, and watch the balloons. You will see that these balloons are being filled with air as our lungs are filled up. Now next what you have to do is, you push the balloon rubber sheet, plastic sheet, inside the bottle, and you observe what happens to these balloons. So the balloons are going to be contracted. Okay, so they are expanding once the air is blown inside, and they are contracting once the air is moving outside from these balloons. Okay, the same thing is going to represent the process of breathing, that is inhalation and exhalation, and what is happening, what are the changes which is taking place in the diaphragm as well as in your balloon. Okay, so this is a very simple experiment which is showing the mechanism of breathing by using this small model which is made here. Okay, so I think this is very interesting one to do this activity, and you could also understand that what kind of activity is being done inside our lungs with the diaphragm also. Okay, so this is how the breathing works, this is how the inhalation and exhalation works. So this is a very simple diagram, this is a very simple experiment which is telling you about the way by which the lungs are working. Okay, the complete respiratory system, how it is working. I hope you all have understood this mechanism of breathing very clearly. Now we move on to the next activity, which is given as activity number 10.2 in your NCERT book. Okay, now this is based upon the breathing rate. This activity is based upon the breathing rate. Now what is this breathing rate? We know that breathing means taking in air and giving out air. Now what is this breathing rate? How many times you are taking in air and you are breathing out air means how many times you are inhaling and exhaling. You will be able to in 1 minute. That is going to tell you about the respiration rate. Okay, so this is telling you about the breathing rate. Okay, so this activity number 10.2 is telling that generally we are not aware that we are breathing. Yes, of course, if you concentrate on your breathing, then only you will understand that you are taking in air and you are giving out air from your nose. Okay, however, if you have tried to know to count your rate of breathing, what you have to do, you just sit like this and just close your you hold your breath for some time. It is not possible for us to just hold our breath for 5 to after 10 seconds or 5 seconds or 20 seconds maximum. Okay, what happens, why we are so much suffocated if once we are not inhaling and exhaling the air properly? This is because that our lungs continuously require this breathing process. It is continuously requiring the supply of air inside our lungs for working properly. Okay, it requires air for working properly. That is why we are continuously breathing. Now this rhythm of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide in 1 minute, the number of times in which we are breathing in and out, is known as the breathing rate. Fine. Now this breathing rate is going to this is going to be explained by this simple activity, and I have given this activity in before. I mean, in the video also I have discussed this activity, but here is the actual activity which is given in your NCERT book is that. Now generally we do not aware that we are breathing. Okay, however, if we try if you try, you can count your breathing rate. Yes, we can count. How we can count? Breathe in and out normally. Find out how many times you are breathing in and breathing out in a minute. Okay, this is very simple. For 1 minute you need to concentrate on your breathing. Okay, for 1 minute you need to concentrate on your breathing, that how many times you are taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Fine. Finally, how many times you are breathing in and out in 1 minute? Did you inhale the same number and same times as you exhaled? Now count the number of breathing rate, the number of breath per minute. After a brisk walk means you walk very swiftly, you walk very fast, and then you just see the breathing rate of your you is, as well as you could also take the breathing rate of your classmates or the family members. As you people are staying in your homes, you could ask your parents, you could ask your family members to help you out in this activity. You need to note down the number of people, those who are there in your homes. You need to note down the data in this table. Okay, it is written here the name of the classmates, and unfortunately you people are not meeting to your classmates, but you could find out using the same activity could be done in your home. So you could find out the breathing rate of the family members who are living with you. Okay, you could take the breathing rate of your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, or anyone else who is living in your family. Okay, you could make and record this changes of the breathing rate in your chart which is given here. Okay, you just normal breathing rate and just do this brisk walking and after running 100 meters. Okay, so you could take this activity, and when you are at rest, whatever is possible you could do, and you could just fill out, and everybody will fill this activity in their NCERT book where it is given. Okay, now next, if you have any problem, you could ask me in your online class. Fine. Now what is being done here is, after a brisk walking and after running also, you need to record your breathing rate. You record your breathing rate as soon as you finish all your activities. That you need to record the breathing rate normally. Then you need to record your breathing rate after a brisk walking, means fast walking, then after running 100 meters. But if running is not possible, except you just cancel out this part, and you could just do this brisk walking and at rest. Okay, so what is the change between the breathing rate of your of you as well as your the people, those who are living in your home? Okay, you record the observation and you just compare these things, and you just take out the inference which you are getting it from this table, means what do you understood from this table, that what kind of breathing rate you people are having. Fine. Tabulate your findings and compare your breathing rate with in the different conditions. Now you need to compare all these things with your in the means you need to compare these things in different conditions. What are these different conditions? I just now discussed that. You will write the name of your family member here, then you will take out the breathing rate here. Breathing rate means you need to count the number of breaths per minute. Just remember that for 1 minute you need to concentrate on your inhalation and exhalation and just record it simply. Fine. So this activity is very easy. This activity is very easy, that you need to just tabulate your findings. Fine. From the above activity, you must have realized that whenever a person needs extra energy, he or she breathes in faster. As a result, the oxygen is entered inside the it is going to enter inside your lungs, and next thing what happens, the carbon dioxide is going to released from the lungs as the end product of your exhalation. So that is why you inhale and exhale, and this rhythmic contraction and relaxation of your lungs, that is breathing and breathing out, is also going to determine the breathing rate, and breathing rate is always determined per minute. Okay, how many times your breathing is going on in 1 minute. So these were the activities which is given in your NCERT book, that there are and yes, some more activities are given in your one more activity is given in your NCERT book, is that you need to see some pictures are being shown there, and then you need to arrange all these activities in the sequence, that which activity is going to take which time, what kind of breathing is going to take the least one, and what kind of activity is what kind of breathing rate, what kind of activity is going to take up the maximum time. Okay, so this is the activity which is given in your NCERT book as activity number 10.3, where I told you that some pictures are given here, where you have to find out that which activity is going to tell you, it is going to give you the slowest breathing rate, and which one is going to give you the fastest breathing rate. Now show the figure number 10.3 shows the various activities carried out by a person during a normal day. Can you say that which of these activities the rate of breathing will be the slowest and which will be the fastest? Okay, you need to take out the breathing rate of the fastest and the slowest activity where your breathing rate is fastest and the breathing rate is the slowest one. Okay, you assign the numbers to the pictures in order of the increasing rate of breathing according to your experience. Okay, so you need to assign the numbers 1 2 3 4 to these activities in order of increasing breathing rate. Increasing means slowest to fastest. So the slowest breathing rate would be where in these pictures. Okay, now the picture shows that the person, one lady is washing the clothes. I think, yes, this is washing the clothes or doing some household work. Next, sleeping. Next, this grandfather is this old man is just walking normally, and the girl here in this picture is playing. And then the next is that a person is climbing a ladder and the person is studying. You need to write down the slowest activity which is taking place here in this sleeping. Okay, while sleeping, when you are sleeping, this one is the slowest activity. Now next activity could be the person who is studying. Okay, so this one is the second activity. Then what could be the third, fourth and fifth number? You will find out yourself, and you are going to tell me that how is this how is the breathing rate going to be different in the activities which is being done by the people in a normal day, in the normal daily life. Okay, so this is how this activity is going to be as a work. You are going to solve this activity according to the increasing order of the breathing rate, where the slowest rate and the fastest rate you will get, as you are going to number this these pictures as 1 2 3 4. Okay, so this is what is about the activities which are given in your NCERT book. So after that, one more topic is there to be discussed, that is the respiration in plants. Okay, now I hope that this activities is clear. All these activities are clear to everybody, that we discussed about the first activity, which was what do we breathe out means we breathe out carbon dioxide will be tested using this lime water test, where lime water is going to turn into a milky solution, okay, as a carbon dioxide is going to react with it. Next we discussed about the activity of this working model of your respiratory system, that is the model of your lungs, okay, what is happening during inhalation and exhalation. Next activity we discussed about this breathing rate, to calculate the breathing rate, fine. And lastly we discussed about this activity which is going to tell you about the works which are being done, which are being carried out by a person during a normal day, and you need to take out the slowest and the fastest breathing rate activity. Means you need to number these activities in the sequence of increasing order of the breathing rate, fine. So that's all for today's video, children. I hope you all have understood about these activities, and then it was all about today's video, and I will meet you all in the next video, children, fine. So if you all have revised these, I mean if you all have understood this, just read it once from your NCERT book, so that it is going to make your concept very clear. So children, that's all for today's activity. I will meet you all in the next video with the next topics to be discussed.